Good evening, everyone. All right, we are officially live, and I'm going live on multiple platforms, on multiple devices here. So I'll give it a quick second. Hey, we've got a couple people joining on Instagram, and feel free if you guys are watching on the Facebook page or the Facebook profile or on the YouTube page, feel free to put anything into the chat as well as on Instagram here. So I'll go ahead and wave at a couple people. Thank you guys for joining me. As you guys know, I mentioned earlier this week that I was going to make an announcement, a big announcement, and here we are. It is officially the 14th, and we got a big announcement. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Couple things before though. I want to give you guys a little bit of background, or not background, but just a couple reminders for the podcast. I had my latest episode drop yesterday for April 13th, and that was with Thomas Murray. So if you didn't check that episode out, it's a great episode with Thomas Murray. It's all about authentic EdTech integration and wings, because we're both big fans of buffalo wings, and in our case, buffalo anything. So we did a great episode, dropped yesterday, as well as a YouTube video. So if you haven't checked out the YouTube page or the YouTube channel, just do a quick search for EdTech Bytes on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm starting to drop a lot more video recordings of the podcast, so check those out. And if you like them, make sure that you're subscribed. And if you also like the audio, make sure you subscribe to the podcast on any one of your favorite podcast platform apps. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the big announcement is something that I've had in my head for almost a year now, and that is this. EdTech Bytes is now officially going to be in Spanish as well. So the typical EdTech Bytes podcast, I'm still doing that. However, I am now making an all Spanish podcast called EdTech Bytes en Español. I see we have a couple more people here on the Instagram. Hey, thank you very much, Shannon, for tuning in. So the announcement one more time is that EdTech Bytes is now going to be EdTech Bytes in English, and then now there is a full EdTech Bytes en Español, not on the same RSS feed. So if you are subscribed to the podcast, they're not going to show up there. It's going to be a whole separate feed, like a whole separate podcast. So you guys will have to do that and subscribe to it separately. That information is coming more this week as I get all that stuff taken care of. I've got episode 1 already recorded, ready to drop. Episode 1 will drop this coming Tuesday, April 20th, and it is with Andrea Aguirre. We did an episode 87, I want to say, on the EdTech Bytes in English, and it's all about equity, access, and in that case, in the English one, we made enchiladas. For the Spanish one, it's all about pan dulce. Same topic. However, this one, pan dulce, if you're not sure what pan dulce is, Mexican sweetbread. You've probably seen it. You've probably had it. You've probably dipped it in your coffee or what have you. Hey, what's going on, Perla? How are you? Hey, Andrea, I just mentioned our previous episode and that EdTech Bytes en Español is officially dropping April 20th, episode 1, April 20th with Andrea Aguirre. And it is all about equity and pan dulce, or in the Spanish, it is equidad y el pan dulce. For those of you who speak Spanish, I'm going to make that entire announcement here in Spanish. Los que hablan español, buenas tardes, mi gente de Latinoamérica. El gran anuncio es que el podcast EdTech Bytes ya va a ser un show completamente separado, EdTech Bytes en español. Y el primer episodio va a salir el 20 de abril, que es este martes que viene. Cada 2 semanas un episodio nuevo va a salir. Entonces, suscríbete. Toda esa información va a salir entre la semana y ojalá este fin de semana. Y síguenme en las redes sociales. Make sure you follow on social media para los enlaces, para que se suscriben Y si quieren escuchar los episodios en español, por favor, apoyen al podcast y todo lo que estamos haciendo aquí en EdTech Bytes. Como dije, episodio 1, el primer episodio, the first episode, el 20 de abril, y cada dos semanas un episodio nuevo. Gracias por el apoyo y no se les olvide a seguirme en las redes sociales, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, para conectar y escuchar el podcast. So for those of you just tuning in, or if you had no idea what I just said right now, EdTech Bytes in Spanish is officially dropping April 20th. That is this coming Tuesday. That's a big announcement. Might not be big to you, especially if you don't speak Spanish, but big to me because this is something I've been wanting to do for going on a year now, and finally got it off the ground. So I'm going to let you guys get back to your evening. Thank you very much for joining. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you drop a follow. Make sure you drop a comment. Make sure you drop some sort of feedback. Let me know. Yes, I do agree with you, Andrea. There's a big market for that. Hey, and then there's Erica. Thank you for joining, Erica. So EdTech Bytes in Spanish, April 20th. Officially, make sure it's going to be on all podcast platforms. All the information's coming. All the links will be there. And that way, you guys, mi gente en Latinoamérica, si quieren apoyar el podcast, por favor, toda esa información va a estar en mis redes sociales. Entonces, síguenme, @EdTechBytes, @EdTechBytes, para toda la información. Y a mi gente en Latinoamérica, adelante. Saludos a todos. Y buen provecho. So those of you watching, thanks for joining in. Those of you who are watching this after the fact, one more time, I'll say it again because I haven't said it enough. EdTech Bytes in Spanish is officially dropping April 20th. So make sure that you are tuned in. Tell a friend, tell a colleague. Este anuncio, por favor, pásenlo a sus amigos, sus compañeros de trabajo, cualquier persona que puede aprender un poco más de cómo integrar la tecnología educativa en el salón. Por favor, pasen esta información por las redes sociales, EdTech Bytes en español. Buenas noches, good night, buen provecho. Enjoy your evening with your families, and thank you very much for all your support. Gracias por tanto apoyo que me han dado.